Should the God of War Trilogy remake change the camera? I think yes, but that doesn't mean make it like 2018 Ragnarok either. There exists a gray area here. There's a middle ground. The original God of War games used a fixed camera angle very well, mind you. Probably one of the best fixed camera angle games I've ever played. The camera was so good at moving around, showing you exactly what you need to see during exploration and combat, you usually forgot that you couldn't control the camera. You never thought about it, and that is precisely why it was such a great camera design. They also utilized it really well to emphasize scale and spectacle, pulling the camera out to show you massive vistas or huge enemies. It was really, really effective. This also freed up the right analog stick to be your dodge roll, which made combat super fast and frenetic and kind of eliminated the need for like a standard lock-on system. So if it worked so well, why am I saying change it? Because it's not an either or situation. You don't have to lose any of those things to also be able to control the camera. When you're just walking around exploring, you can have the camera closer in and let you control it so you can see the environment better, explore the environment, appreciate the atmosphere of Greece a lot better. And then when combat starts, you can pull out slightly, still give you control of the camera. And then in order to switch the analog stick from being the camera to the dodge roll, you can just hold down a button like L1. For those big sweeping vistas, you can still do that. You can still pull control away from the player every once in a while to show something before zooming back in and giving them control of the camera again. It's not that big of a deal. It worked pretty well, and other games have done stuff like this before. The Devil May Cry franchise is a perfect example of an action franchise that had very limited camera controls in the early games and eventually just gave you full control of the camera, and it works really well, and it doesn't fundamentally change the way the game plays that much. Zooming in and having a more immersive camera would do so much for the exploration and the feeling of being in ancient Greece, but it doesn't have to be done in the same way that's done in the Remake trilogy. You can do kind of a middle ground that is perfectly designed around what this game is trying to be, and I think it would work out incredibly well. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, give me a follow.